What's up, YouTube? Do a quick live stream and then retire for the evening. It's a much quieter video, yes. I've been busy making wands, working on the album. Just because you don't see me do it on camera doesn't mean I'm not doing it. Right now, I'm on song number 6. I'm not going to record layers. It's too late for that. What's up, CJ? Doing a quick live stream and passing out. I want to show you the wand I'm working on for Etsy. It's got a skull on the bottom of it. Very badass. Fuck yeah. Hold up, Richie. Just sitting here building wands for Etsy. This is an all black wand. Working on that. Now on the opening of the song I'm working on, I'm not going to play it, but it's timed pretty perfectly. I like it. Good album takes time. But there is one little video we're going to watch. Apparently there's this thing about being super straight, and that may offend a lot of people, so we're going to approach this as delicately as we can. So we got some Copenhagen Wintergreen Lawn Cut. This album is at 6 songs. I'm pretty much spending my days making wands, recording album, and vice versa. I'm doing 8 songs for Love and Vanity, and I got song number 6 I'm on. And they're fucking coming out nicely. The music kicks ass. So someone came off on TikTok and said they were super straight. And of course, it offended everyone. Now, here's the thing of it. And this is where a lot of people are going to have this discussion right here. This stuff is for people's 21 and up. Now, I think it's okay to be straight as long as you're not a dickhead about it. You know, the fact that they're saying they prefer to date women that are born women and not transition into would be the more appropriate and political term, yes. It doesn't make them transphobes, especially if they support them. There are people out there like, hey man, you just do, oh, ma'am, man, sir, she, he, however you identify, you're just doing your thing. There are people out there who get offended because I use tobacco products on YouTube, which are for people 21 and up. But I had a fan send me a spittoon, and I still use it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where things can go viral very bloody.
Yes. We live in a world where things can go viral very bloody and quickly. And you got to be careful what you post on the internet. And before this video even gets started, oh, look, he turned into a spitting cobra. Oh, jeez. Now, this here album that I'm making is going to kick some serious arse. I've managed to mix power metal with black metal, you know, the shrieking and the dueling hair flare vocal. It kicks ass. It's got that sound and just a slightly different beat than you'd normally expect from this kind of sound. So it goes all kinds of directions. You don't even know what to call it, but it's basically alternative metal. You can't rush it. But I'm on song number 6, and it's pretty much going to be done in like the next 3 to 4 days. The dating scene can be frustrating, but you learn to cope with it and realize that some people have it harder than others, so why the fuck are you bitching? But meantime, we got people in the LGBTQ whatever community saying we want equality, but if you identify as straight, you're toxic. And the thing you have to understand is they've been discriminated against. Straights haven't. You know what I'm saying? That's the bitch of it. And if you argue it, well, they call you a whatever phobe. You know what I'm saying? You try to argue it at all. Well, okay, hold up. How, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's just the thing of it. Like, as long as they're old enough for you and it's consensual, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Now, the opening of the song I'm making called Love and War has like World War II-esque sound effects. And you have this final, the guitar kicks in. And I timed it just right. And people are going to like it. People are going to hate it. I appreciate there's so many people out there who want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight for of-age females. But if I say that, people still get offended. So it doesn't matter what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? People are going to get offended no matter what you do. It sucks, but we've been working on wands, making albums, or a album. I mean, it's a touchy world we live in, right? You know, you can't get mad at women for wanting big biceps when there are men who like, no, I'm not going to go there, but that's the truth. But in a world where people are demanding equality and then circling around to some sort of inequality, it's just, and you know what I'm saying? You cannot stick up for straight and for what you like without being harassed anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh, you're straight, but you support LGBTQ rights. Well, fucking A. Now, there's some people out there who think, oh my God, he's dipping on YouTube. It's disgusting. You know what's more disgusting than my tobacco use is the world we live in. I'm not trying to be that negative, cynical asshole, but it's the truth. You want to call everyone a transphobe. If we were to do this shit where we called you a straight phobe, you would hate it. And I'm not trying to push buttons. I'm saying shit to make you think. I'm not here to start a fucking internet war. Fuck that shit. I'm just telling it like it is. I'm like, dude, come on. As far as the haters go, you just gotta ignore them. Because there are bigger fucking problems in the world. And it's sad the level they go. When you're getting 21,000 plus subscribers while they sit there and try their hardest to piss you off, and you just go, Now, I spray paint the wands outside, of course, but you gotta check this out. This wand is sick. I'll show it off one more time, and then we'll get to the video response. That's going on Etsy when I finish it with the rest of the batch. All black, with the skull on top of the handle. Here's one I made with the shotgun shell that's been fired already in the handle. That's sick. This one's stained. I turned out noise. Without water. And even if it's not the discrimination of the level of which they've faced, it's still a form of discrimination. That's a tough but fair way to say that both sides are right. And people get pissed when I do this because it really makes you think. One could argue that shite for racism. And racism is no better if it comes from anyone. And the sad truth of it is racism and sexism exist in all genders and all races. They're just people who've had really shit experiences in their life with different people. And that's the kind of shit that really makes you think. You're getting pissed off about some shite. Fuck that. Bigger fucking problems in our world.
Quickly. And just that has
because apparently I've been lacking on the video responses, so we'll do one real quick. This is like a 7-minute and 2-second video. Is being super straight transphobic? Yes and no. The simplest answer is yes, it can be if the person who's straight deliberately goes out of their way to bully people just because they're trans. No, because there are people out there who are straight and quite frankly don't give a fuck as long as they're old enough and it's consensual.
Happened over the last couple of days with a brand new sexual preference. All right? And you're ready for this. It is known as super straight. And they've created their own flag, their own Twitter, their own Discord, their own community. And yes,
you know, you can be comfortable enough with your sexuality. You don't have to make a big deal about it. I mean, I'm just saying. Your boy Cobra is a little famous. I get recognized around town, and it's fucking awesome. I went out and had dinner with homies. It was very nice experience. I'm not going to say where, so the restaurant doesn't get harassed, mind you, but it was a very pleasant experience. But is being super straight transphobic? That's a yes and no question. It depends on the straight person in question. Now, there are some people who argue that just because they prefer women who were born women and not choosing to operate into women, that somehow makes them transphobic. No, that's called a preference. If you choose to date trans people because you yourself are trans, that is a preference. And at the end of the day, you want acceptance, correct? Uh,
Flag does look like the Pornhub logo. Anyway, I digress. They even have their own phobia. It's called superphobia. If you don't like super straight people, then you are superphobic. It's like trans.
oh my God, they already did it into a thing. I was joking when I said that earlier. Like, how would you like it if they called it straight phobia? They actually do that. Oh, shit. Yes. Oh my God. Dude, seriously, people are making it way too easy. Okay. I'm not trying to do a gender relations rant, but god damn it. I made a lot of fucking awesome points in this video because it's the truth. You're just like, dude, come on. You should discriminate against sick fucks, people who are trans and straight, gay, whatever. Outside of that, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just blows my fucking mind how these people, they just don't get it, dude. You'd rather persecute someone for being trans than, I don't even want to say it because it makes me sick to my fucking stomach.
Transphobic, but superphobic. Yeah. Now, what the fuck is super straight? Well, it all started with this video right here.
Yo guys, I made a new sexuality now, actually. It's called super straight.
I saw this TikTok video, and apparently it got him banned from the website that I'm not currently on. If you want to follow me on TikTok, link is in the description box below. Check out that merch. People suck. I need a beer. So this guy goes off on TikTok and he makes this video about how he's super straight. And it's like, dude, if you were comfortable enough with your own sexuality, you wouldn't have to make a video calling yourself super straight. What the fuck? I'm busting balls. Calm down. But they're just doing their thing, dude. And like I said, as long as they're old enough and it's consensual, give a fuck. Meanwhile, people are making a big stink about it. But how is this any different? Only because straights have discriminated against LGBTQ plus for so long that now we're getting a taste of our own medicine, even though we were born into not discriminating against it. Whereas they were born being discriminated into it.
Okay? Since straight people or straight men as myself, I get called transphobic because I wouldn't date a trans woman. You know, they're like, would you date a trans woman? I'm like, no, why? That's a female. No, like that's not a real woman to me. Like I want real woman. No, you're just transphobic. So now I'm super straight. I only date the opposite gender.
There are people out there who are arguing both sides of this crap, and it's enough to make you go, ugh.
Women that are born women. So you can't say I'm transphobic now because that's just my sexuality, you know?
I feel like if you want true equality, seriously wish my trolls the best of luck with their life. It's sad. I feel bad for them. I mean, there are bigger fucking problems in our society, man. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's worried about having a goddamn label. They're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Straight phobic, really? I don't get it. I mean, to some degree, yeah, but this video's gonna piss a lot of people off.
No.
Now, obviously, that's a joke. It's a meme. He's being silly. He's fucking around. And it went super viral on TikTok. 2 million likes there. That's massive. And people got mad at this kid. Super fucking mad.
Obviously, he was making a joke about it because you can't make jokes like that. People get offended. There were honestly way more offensive things in our society.
And you know what the best way to make a meme and a joke and a people fucking around, make it all just go away? It's not getting mad at it. I think if people in the LGBTQ plus community and the Twitter warriors just left this alone and didn't give a shit and realized that people are just carrying on like dickheads, then it would have just gone away. But instead,
You know, when the trolls start calling you fucking disgusting things, you throw it back in their face and go, well, that's how you feel about life if you're doing that shit? Yuck, dude. You need to get help if that's how you think. No, better yet, you just don't respond to it and block it because people are fucking disgusting, yo. Now, even if this kid was being serious, who cares? Like, the fact that we're going to have this stupid discussion about equality. Like, fuck. People are telling me, you need to get laid. I'm like, dude, the right adult woman will come into my life. I'm not rushing it. I'm more focused on building an empire. And people laugh at that shit. Like, oh, he said empire. This autistic spurd can't do shit but sit there and play crappy guitar and make wands. And as far as you know, people were vibing with that because they thought he was being serious, and that's what makes it funny. I'll make this quick video and lights out.
it's fucking exploded. It's blown up to the point where right now they're talking about it on Pink News and they've gone full ham on it. Transphobic trend.
Now it's become a transphobic trend. Straight has links to the far right and neo. Oh, here we go. Jeez. I'm so tired of it. And then, of course, they got to make it into a racial argument. That's what pisses me off. Like, dude, let's stick to making it about gender identity instead of turning it into a race argument. Like, the only thing that racism and sexism have in common is it's affected by everyone to some degree, and they both have ism at the end.
Super straight has links to the far right, of course, and neo-Nazis. Because, of course it does. Super straight, the new transphobic trend, claims that refusing to date trans people is a sexual orientation.
Why do we gotta try to trigger each other? This is ridiculous. I mean, personally speaking, they wrote super straight in pink just to piss off the super straight community because that's what they do. And it's just like, why? You know what I'm saying? This is the shit that I'm just like, you know what? I've had enough stupid. I want to work on my music and my wands and take a break from making videos and come back on when I feel like it. And fuck the trolls. They're sad, miserable fucks. And I can go off as long as I want and go on as long as I want. And it fucks with them.
Might be the handiwork of neo-Nazis. Now, they do go on to actually provide some evidence of this and suggesting that super straight SS actually has a reference.
Okay, what if we lived in an alternate universe where everything was flipped? Would this be an argument? would be getting super pissed off at the super straight community. No, it'd be a different story. You want gender equality and racial equality, and this is what it looks like. You have to be like, you know what, we just stop being phobic about being straight and being trans or being gay or lesbian or bisexual. As long as they're of age and it's consensual, who cares? And that's simple enough, right? Exactly. It's fucking ridiculous.
To the SS, a group of Nazis which were known throughout World War II as basically the worst of the worst Nazis. And that may very well have been where the first use of that word or that phrase super straight came from. But is this kid in the TikTok that went viral, is he really a neo-Nazi because he's pushing this, or is he just being a little dickhead? Is he just carrying on? Is he just poking fun? I think when you start freaking out and saying, this is the neo-Nazis doing this is the far right doing this, when in reality, it's just people making fun of other people, which people do every day. It's a little bit, it makes you look like a fucking idiot. But it's not just the LGBTQ plus community. No, it's the straights too. The straight people, you know, they're blowing it out of proportion as well. Not just the super straights, the medium straights. Us regular straights are fine, but the medium straights and the super straights, the people who actually feel like they identify like this, like, if you don't want to date trans people, that's fine. That's cool. You don't have to. Like, you don't have. No one's making you do things to people. All right, you don't have to. That is your choice. And I'm going to show you something in a minute that's, you know, maybe going to argue my own point. But it's your choice at the end of the day. But there are people freaking out on the internet going, "Yes, this is finally a sexuality for me." Calm down, dickhead. Did you not get the message that it's a joke as well? You look just as fucking stupid. Now, why does this?
Oh, so you like of-age titties? Yeah. Well, calm down, dickhead. Exactly my point. Now, I'm going to put this on airplane mode, so I'm not sitting here bothering with the phone. That's boring. My fans don't want to sit there and watch me answer text messages.
Even exist? Are people suggesting that if you refuse to date a trans person, or if you found out that someone was a trans person after you met them, and then you stopped wanting to have sex with them or kiss them or cuddle them or whatever, does that make you a transphobe? I mean, maybe by definition.
But if you're not, if you Terrence Pop reference, but if you're not going out of your way to harass them outside of that fact and just own up to it and be like, you didn't know kind of thing, and you support what they do and just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And if people give you shit for it, well, then fuck them. You know what I'm saying? The world's full of shit anyways.
I don't know. Have a look at what this lady has to say about it.
So you're straight and you're really attracted to trans women, but you don't know what to call yourself. Open-minded, not an asshole, not a transphobe, a decent human being, a heterosexual. Trans women are women. So to say otherwise, or to try to come up with a new label for your sexuality for being attracted to us.
Yeah, but it's all become labels, and that's the frustrating part of it for a lot of people, you know? I'm not trying to be nothing. I'm just spitting facts. Ridiculous. We'll be right back and grab some water. We'll finish this video response and go to sleep. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like Isaac Butterfield said, regular straight people shouldn't have to worry, and they don't, right? But these people who have to make it a big deal, like the person who started that could have been just poking fun because it's all about labels now. But instead, people took it too far.
Would be othering and assuming that we are not real women when we are.
See, I get what you're saying.
Mm-mm.
The nice thing to do.
Nope. It wasn't the slightest bit convincing. But I'm not here to judge. As long as you're not being creepy about it, I don't care. I fully support trans rights. You don't even know what they go through. I can't even begin to imagine the kind of... And there are people who will get super heated about this argument too. Some people say it's a mental disorder. Some people will say, no, they were born that way. And then they just say they want to be accepted, and that's just how they feel. So you get these mixed messages, man. It's confusing as shit. No, it's ridiculous, YouTube. When I was a kid growing up in the 90s, we weren't so label focused. It was a much simpler time. Ridiculous.
Do here is if that transgender lady has a penis still or doesn't have a penis anymore, the nice thing to do is to suck the penis, even though you found out that it's a trans person and they may or may not have a penis. The nice thing to do is to suckle at the cock. I wouldn't prefer that. And I think that's okay not to prefer that. I don't think there's anything wrong with finding out that someone used to be a male and then not wanting to have sex with them anymore. Because, listen, I don't want to be a piece of shit. I don't want to be attacked on Twitter for this. But
yeah, I got attacked for making a post on Facebook. They called it white knighting. Women get slut shamed for giving men sex, and men get simp shamed for treating women with respect. It is what it is. It's just the fucking world we live in. The look you give your haters when you're about to eat their soul, and a nod to the GIF that I posted on Facebook earlier. When I made a statement on Facebook, I would give up a lifetime of sex to end rape in all forms for all eternity. Even the dream house, if I could. That's what it took, you know? It's disgusting the world we live in. But you want to have a conversation about transphobia versus straight phobia. It's like phobia in general is stupid, but you have to be smart about this. Because there are some things in this world that are so vile and disgusting, I don't even want to mention it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I says, as long as they're not being creepy and nasty about it, who cares? And there are some things that are so nasty that I don't even want to talk about it. Just no.
you're still somewhat male. I will call you a woman. That's the polite thing to do. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty and the birds and the bees, please don't make me suck that dick. That's all I'm saying. Although
Yes.
if you think that super straight is bullshit and hilarious and silly, here are the top sexualities of 2020. And this may make
Because that's the thing, the top 20.
you actually ask the question to yourself, hang on, if all these people have made up sexualities out of the blue, why can't these fucking weird people on the internet do the same? You know what? I'll show off my merch from last week while we do it. Look at this, man spreader shirt. That's really cool.
Yeah. I kind of agree. I mean, he's being a dickhead about it, but he's right. If people can make a big deal about their transsexuality and their gay sexuality, and as long as it's, like I said, old enough and consensual, who cares? They're not being weird about it. Why can't straight people, as long as they're not being transphobic or homophobic, celebrate their sexuality too? That's called equality.
Allosexual, androsexual, asexual, autosexual, bicurious, bisexual. Oh, fuck, I lost it. Closeted, demisexual, fluid sexual. Doesn't that look
Fluid sexual? What the fuck? All these terms, it's just why?
nice? Gay, grey sexual. What's a grey sexual? Ah.
Gray sexual. That, yeah, I get that. Like, I looked it up. It was just weird. There are people out there who are just that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know, dude. This is not the conversation I wanted to have on gender relations, but here we are.
I don't even know. I'm reading it and I don't even know. Heterosexual or straight? Heteroflexible or homoflexible? Homoflexible?
What the fuck?
Lesbian, pansexual.
Homoflexible just sounds like you're bisexual. Like, what the fuck? You're gonna all these terms. You're making it too complicated. It's like these people who are sitting there saying, "Well, there's like 200,000 billion trillion genders," and it's like, no, there's only 4: straight, gay, lesbian, all that exists. Yes, but there's only 4 genders: man, woman, trans, hermaphrodite. Prove me wrong. That simplifies it. It makes it easy. And that just branches off into different spectrums. That way we're not confused with all this, you know what I'm saying?
Sexual, queer, questioning, sapiosexual, sex repulsed. I've had a few girlfriends say that about me. Stereosexual, stratosexual. That is the sexual spectrum. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. I guess it's okay for some people to come up with sexualities, but not others, even if they are a joke and a little bit mean. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about being super straight or not being super straight. Do you think it's really, really mean?
Well, I think it depends on how you imply it. I mean, shit, who cares, dude? As long as they're not being a dick about it and going out of their way to be a transphobe, you know what I'm saying? You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got rejected because you found someone that didn't want to date a trans person. They're out there. You just got to look harder. Meantime, you sitting there calling transphobe because straight people have a preference is no different than me playing the autistic card when people don't want to be my friend because they think I'm a bit weird. Now, here's the best part of it. If they are going out of their way to spread hate speech against a certain group because of the fact that they are trans, then yes, it is hate speech. And hate speech should only be allowed for certain people, but definitely not the LGBTQ community. Like I said, as long as they're not being creepy. You look at that Jessica Euler nasty chick and the creepy shit she's doing, and that's the kind of crap that's going to give the community a bad name. And then on top of that, you got some smart ass on TikTok who's going, "Hey guys, he's super straight," just making a joke out of it because everything's about labels, and holy crap. That's honestly what I think.
Do you think it's really rude, or do you think it's just people just being fucking stupid? Like,
Well, it's a combination of both if you look at it, rude and stupid.
ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. My dick stinks. Go and check out the merch at isaacbattlefield.shop. I'll see you all very soon. Toodaloo.
Team.
Okay. Now, here's the thing of it, YouTube. Check out the merch. People suck. I need a beer shirt. Which people have been buying them. I appreciate that. Now, later on tomorrow, or today I should say, when it's more appropriate, I'll be doing vocal layers. That's most definitely what's up. Thank you to the person who bought the Love and Vanity Rock t-shirt. That's what's up. You have a payout of $12.22 to be paid out. Fuck yeah, start a payout. That's cool, man. I like selling the merch. And that's what really ticks people off. This guy's becoming a successful YouTuber. People are texting me going, Josh, what do you think of this super straight stuff? And I'm like, well, that might be a good discussion for YouTube. So yeah, check out the merch. Sit visit with chat for a bit and leave you with it. What up, Jesse Ryan? I'm actually good on that. Making the wands, getting the album done. The fucking album's gonna kick ass. The artwork is smooth. Some of the songs are really powerful too, so people are gonna like it. Trolls are so invested in me, it's hilarious. They got a poll involved to see if we'll finish Hell's Advocate or my next album, Love and Vanity, or not. They're just like, there's no way he's gonna finish Love and Vanity. Who wants to bet? And I'm like, oh, they care about my album that much. I got some true fans out there. Holy shit. And if they weren't that invested, they wouldn't try so hard. If they truly didn't care and worship the girl I walk on, they'd stop harassing me and they wouldn't care. They'd be like, what am I doing with my life? I've spent my whole life thus far harassing this autistic. My whole life revolves around them. It's sad. I hate that boglum. But that boglum controls my life. Every time I harass him, it's just another point for Cobra. Shit. Yeah. Keep rocking the free world. And power to the people. Boglum strut. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of words typed on a screen scrolling up. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty open to free speech for the most part, but if it crosses the line, it gets banned because we're not going there. Sick fucking assholes. Flush those toilets. You know it, Jesse Ryan. They talk a lot of shit, so they might as well eat it too. Yes. Yeah. Massive ban. Oh, look at that. My mods are on top of it. Yes. We call the trolls toilets because they talk a lot of shit so they can eat shit too. Yeah. There are people out there who can't decide what sex they are. So do you think in the grander scheme of things, a troll's gonna bother me as much? There are bigger fucking problems, dude. And people get bullied for that shit too, and it's just sad. Like, cause they're not, as long as they're not being creepy like Jessica Euler creepy about it, who cares? Anyway, people ain't gonna like this video, but that's just their opinion. Now, Satanic 11 Rules of the Earth. Rule number 9, motherfucker. As doctrined by the Church of Satan. And if the trolls continue, they will face demonic nightmares on a level which they do not know. They will wake up in the dead of night, screaming. Demons are a little scary, though. They can be. That's why when I mess with demon magic and black magic, it's a mutual respect. I respect all the demonic forces that I work with. Look at that. He's like a modern day Aleister Crowley. Look, you literally saw me bringing a Ouija board into a cemetery on Halloween. What makes you think someone's bitch ass comment scares me? As soon as I got done filming that video, I seen a demonic shadow dart across the grass. I'm like, someone was being camera shy. I've been working with Zuzu lately, and APEP is always a classic. Anyways, YouTube, how y'all doing? Any gender relation advice? Well, we kind of talked about that. As long as you're not a sick fuck and it's consensual and they're old enough, who cares? But yeah, fuck sexism, fuck racism, and fuck sick fucks. Power to the people. And I'll catch you cool cobras on the next live stream. Subscribe for more.